One of the requirements of the RFP was to ensure that the building didn't look overtly like a car parking building. So the design approach that we took was to design a decorative screen. One of the challenges of a building of this scale is maintaining a civic presence that's appropriate and at a human scale. The driving idea was to invent a geometry that had some visual interest and some depth, but also broke the building down to a scale that seemed appropriate to the street and in the context of the street. The building sits directly opposite the Justice Precinct, which is a similar height building and was screened with a mid to deep bronze colour. So we wanted to have a conversation across the street with that building. One of the requirements for the building was that it's naturally ventilated, so we couldn't put a glass facade or a closed facade. It needed to breathe and allow air to circulate. We invented this origami approach to a repetitive pattern of aluminium screens that could be applied and on a large scale have a different kind of pattern-making effect. One of the elements we really enjoyed that Insol brought to the table was the fact that they had in-house design and engineering capability and 3D computer modelling capability.
The collaborative approach that Insol took was fundamental into the screen and facade being designed as per the architectural intent. Insol brought to the table a simple solution in how to fit to the structural intent of the building, but have their facade isolated so that it almost was completely independent and floating on the building. The Lichfield Street Car Park is unique to us because it's a prominent building within Christchurch. It's also one of the few contracts that have been constructed on time and under budget, and in today's tough construction industry is an achievement in itself. When Insol first came to the design meetings, they gave us complete confidence that they could complete the design element of the building in a 3 to 4 week period, and then manufacture would follow within a 6-week period from that date. The result of the building couldn't have been achieved if we didn't have such a strong collaborative approach to working with the architect and also working with key subcontractors like Insol. One of the key values that Insol brought to the project were their efficiencies in the construction of the facade. This enabled us to complete our program on time.
We worked with Insol through a relatively short time frame of 3 or 4 weeks of design development, and then at the end of that period we had a pretty good idea about how we were going to build it and what it was going to look like, and able to go back to the Christchurch City Council to demonstrate that we were going to be able to meet the design vision within that budget and time frame. I would happily recommend Insol for future projects of this nature. Their in-house design and engineering capabilities meant that they can take our design visions and turn them into a reality very effectively.